Hey guys, Lieutenant Curious here today. I am here with the largest MOC that I have ever built. Now first off, this MOC I hope will be entered into First Order Lego's MOC contest. I'm not sure if I will be able to meet the deadline since this is actually, when I'm recording this is actually a few days before the deadline. So we'll see on that. But besides that, I do hope you guys enjoyed that slideshow. I put a lot of effort into it as well as the MOC itself. So yeah, let's get right into that awesome overhead shot. Alright guys, so as you can see, this large MOC, and like I already said, is on an 80 by 96 studded base plate, although there are actually 5 base plates included. And you can see, I'll go through this really quickly because I don't like standing this far away from the MOC. And this may be a little shaky, so I apologize. So you can see that there is a river front with some dark tan and reddish brown detail off to the left side. And you can see a pretty wide river that used all of my trans blue and trans light blue studs, as well as clear studs, use all of them. And then there's also a little island in the middle of the river. And then we get into the forest detail, which, by the way, this planet is Serphidi, and this planet its terrain is forests, mountains, and mesas. And what I wanted to do with the mesa is kind of like what they have in Minecraft, which is like a red desert, which is like dark orange. So that's what the dark orange comes in for, right over here. But besides that, you can see the large forest in here, and then more dark tan terrain over there, as well as the mesa terrain that's quite skinny. And then of course the big mountain with the Imperial base inside it. So as this MOC is titled, this is a rebel invasion of the planet Serphidi. This actually happened, and basically the Serps, which are the native species to the planet, sided with the Imperials because the Imperials said that they could live here peacefully, which obviously is not really true. But besides that, the rebels decided to try to help this species, so they invaded, which ironically doesn't really sound like it's going to help. But that explains why there are so many minifigures in this MOC. You can see them all over the place. But yeah, that's why there are a lot of them, because it is an invasion, and they are just sprawled out all over this terrain here, as you can see. So yeah, let's get first off into that terrain. Alrighty guys, so first I will start off on this awesome riverfront, and you can see that there are 2 different base colors in this terrain. You can see reddish brown as well as dark tan. And there are lots of layered colors. And before I get into all those layered colors, you can see that this slopes down towards the water using just like plates, and as you can see, I layered them. And then near actually at the base of this landmass, you can see that there is a large strip of medium dark flesh that's basically like soaked and saturated sand, and it gives it that medium dark flesh color. That's basically the reasoning for that. But now into those layered colors. As you can see, first off, there's lots of detailing in dark tan 1x1 and 1x2 plates. Same with reddish brown. And then you also have a bunch of colors in this area of the terrain, which include dark brown, as you can see right there, olive green, sand green, medium dark flesh, and that's it. You can also see some stem grass, as well as those plant stems in olive green. And then you can see that these rebels are definitely coming in on this riverfront in the truckload. You can see lots of different species of these rebels, and some of them getting shot down. You can see a big explosion that I've already done that type of explosion once, and I really like how it turned out. So I did it again. It is using a dark tan bush, and then has those fire pieces coming out of them, which I really like how that looks. And you can see with this river here, we have trans blue, trans light blue, and then clear studs. Obviously the clear studs for the foamy water rushing up on the riverbed front. And you can see on this right side we actually have the terrain that slopes up and then down into the water, if that makes sense, is a mixture of green, and for like the wet grass is dark green, and I have that all the way down, as you can see. And then as you get into this area, since I didn't want to have to detail this extremely with like green plates, I made it a little simpler just because it's this large scale, and I added these bamboo pieces with the stem grass on top. In my opinion, these bamboo pieces look a lot better with the stem grass on top because, in my opinion, it doesn't look as nice with the hole in the top of the bamboo piece. But besides that, you can see there's lots of colors, well, not lots, but a decent amount of colors in this area. You can see some olive green plant stems, bright green plant stems, and also these medium lavender and bright light blue flowers, which I decided to add, and I'm kind of glad I did because I wanted to add a bit more color. And then as I get over here, you can see some reddish brown detailing with some medium dark flesh, olive green, and dark brown. And then I will wait to get over there in a little bit. That is actually my favorite section of the terrain, what is over there. And then as you can see, there's lots going on in here. I will get into in a little bit what is going on over there with that building, and then also these fencing things right there. But besides that, there is this nice strip of reddish brown. This is a pathway that also has some dark brown on it because I'm Lieutenant Curious, you gotta have dark brown. But besides that, you can see all this nice dense vegetation in here. And I will actually get over here real quick since we are on this side. I really did like how this turned out right here. This is basically a swamp that is rushing up onto this mesa terrain, which is using dark orange. And then also I used some of these 1x1 clear plates for just some rushing water, since it's like brushing up against the rocks and then the terrain over there. And I just really like how this looks, especially when you guys saw the overhead shot. I really like how it looks from that position. And then as you get over here, I really like how this turned out, so I do hope you guys enjoy it. So as you can see, we have some dark orange that runs all the way through here, and there's like, it gets a little wider down there, and it just runs all the way down to the end down there past Luke Skywalker. And then as you can see here, we have this pretty large patch of olive green, and I do like how these two colors look together quite a bit. And then right here we have a dense strip of stem grass with some of those bright green plant stems, and also the bright light blue and medium lavender flowers, and then also some rebels running in to fight the stormtroopers. So yeah, let's first, before we get into what is going on with this battle, let's first get into the rest of the terrain. So I will flip the MOC around, show you the top of the mountain and that terrain, and then I will get into what is actually going on in this MOC. So let's get right into it, guys. Alright, so I have flipped the MOC around, and now this is the other side of the terrain, and I will try to make this somewhat brief, but I do apologize, guys. This is going to be a very long video with the slideshow included. So yes, I do apologize, but I mean, this is a large MOC, so that kind of explains it. But yeah, so this terrain, you can see some more of that dark tan detailing, a nice patch of sand green in the corner, reddish brown, dark brown, all of that. You can see this other side of the river, there's a rebel running through it, and then you got more rebels running down the river front. And as we get over here, you can see that dark green and green as you get up into this bamboo detailed dense vegetation area. And then with the trees, I haven't explained the trees yet. So these trees are very simple. I didn't really want to make these trees very thick, just kind of make this a little unique. these are just reddish brown and dark brown cylinders, and then just some leaves on top in dark green and green. And then there's also a tree over there that has dark orange and dark red on it. And then right here there's a Wookiee rebel. And then this is a building that I still haven't explained yet. This video is going to be very long, guys, so once again I do apologize. So as we get over here, you can see this really nice. I really like this area here with the dark orange and then dark tan and olive green area, and then just all of this with the reddish brown and the dense vegetation up there. I really like this shot here. There's just a lot of nice color in here, and it's very satisfying. So I do hope you guys enjoy it. So now I will show you guys the top of this mountain here. I did go with a base color of dark bluish gray, and you can see some nice detailing up here. And I also added some thick patches of stem grass. No flowers up here just because it's a little less luscious and a little less plant life, you could say. And then you have a TIE pilot and also a Serp, which I will get into them in a little bit. I do have a few Serps, which is the native species. Like I said, did side with the Imperials. So yeah, that's about it for the terrain. Now let's get into the story and hope this video doesn't get super long, which I know it's going to anyway. So let's get right into it. Alright, so as you guys get a look over here, we have a beach squad, is what you could call them, of rebels. You can see one that was shot down right there. You can see that explosion that I talked about a little bit. And they're coming down all down the beach front. And then there's a few going through this river area, and there's also that little island that this one rebel is running on. And then we have a Verk rebel right here. Really like his backpack. Those are some explosives that he can throw. And then as we get up here, there is a Rodian that has the sand green head. He is running through the jousting area, which I will also get into in a second. And there's also a rebel riding a speeder that is shooting at a stormtrooper on his speeder that they are about to like either run into each other or one of them's going to shoot the other. We don't exactly know. And there's also a Bith rebel up here that is shooting at some stormtroopers. And sorry for the weird lighting at certain points. I do apologize for that. And then as we get up here, one of my favorite rebels is this Ithorian, who I will give you guys a better view of here in a second. He looks very cool. And yes, he does have a sand red piece on his backpack. And then you can see there is a downed rebel right there. Some stormtroopers coming in down there, and then also another downed Mon Calamari rebel. And then of course Luke Skywalker himself, who is leaping at this Serp Inquisitor, who has a double-sided lightsaber that is using one side to stab or slice through a Rodian rebel, which I really liked how that turned out. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Sorry for some of these weird shots. If you guys want some better shots of some of these action points, just watch the slideshow, because I'm sure some of these looked better in the slideshow. And then, like I said, there is a sniper who is shooting down at all the rebels coming through the forest. So now I will get into the jousting arena. I know it probably will take a little while, but this video is already going to be long. And like I said, I do apologize for that. So, as you guys can see, this is a jousting arena. And in Star Wars, jousting was used on this planet to, like, if there was a king, which this is a monarchy, this planet does have a monarchy. If there was a king and someone wanted to overthrow him, they could challenge him in a jousting match. And if they beat the king, then they could become the king and he would be exiled, which is pretty weird. But besides that, I did make this jousting arena. It's kind of interesting. I do kind of like these fences. And then that is actually it's like a jousting hut. So yeah, I used a snot roof on the top, which I do like quite a bit. And now I will turn it around so I can show you guys the inside of it from the other side. So let's get right into it. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is the inside of the jousting hut. I wasn't able to detail completely with those tiles, so I just added some quick detail there. You can see some small details here on the inside. There's an axe on the wall, some weapons in here, and some jousting sticks as well. A whip, and also a crossbow. Sorry for the lighting here. And there's also a serp that ran out of here and was shot by a rebel that came around the corner, the corner of this building. So yeah, that's pretty sweet over there. And then as we get over here, you can see that there is this rebel pilot that was shot by the death trooper right there, and there's another stormtrooper behind him running out. Now let's get into the inside of this Imperial base. Alright, so as you guys can see, this is the inside of the Imperial base, which the entrance is right there. You can see that stormtrooper running out. There's some small wall detailing, not much, but just some quick details there. And then when it comes to the tiles, there are some dark tan. There's a dark tan kind of star shape, you could call it, in the center, and then light bluish gray all around it. And there is this death trooper that is hiding behind some crates to open fire if any rebels come in. And as we get over here, there is an Imperial officer running away from the battle as he is scared. There are some more details on this wall, as you can see. And then right up there, I will get a better view of this for you guys in a second. There you go. There is this ladder that I really like how it turned out that leads up to up here where these two already are. And you can see that he's just climbing right on up. So yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this mock. Now I will get to letting you guys go. Alrighty guys, that is about it for my huge LEGO Star Wars mock on the planet of Serphidi. I really guys hope you enjoyed the slideshow, the mock, the commentary, even though I was going very fast and even though this is a really long video, which I do apologize for. Be sure to check out all my other videos, Sereno Mini MOC series, Mini MOCs, MOCs, all of those, if you would like to see more content. Be sure to check out my Instagram for daily behind the scenes updates on all of my builds. Be sure to leave a like on the video to help me out, and subscribe for some more awesome LEGO Star Wars content if you haven't yet. Thank you for watching guys, and I will see you next time.